Right, this is going to be an interesting video. I've asked for people of the community to submit their YSL save files. I have got 4 today to look through. And I think I'm going to title it Fixing Your YSL Save. Although, I know for one save in particular, it'll just be me admiring occasionally and maybe suggesting. I don't know about the other 3. I've not really looked at the other 3. And that could be some of the beauty behind it, because I have no idea what 1, 2, 3, and 4 here are going to cough up for the most part. So we're just going to do this live. And it saves me really cranking up the production this weekend. I got myself a steering wheel. I kind of want to use the steering wheel. But anyway, past that, right? We've got the HC backup. That's the first thing that we're going to load up. And, well, we are managing France. Okay. France and Hull City. Okay. Hull City in bad form at the moment. 93 overall on the manager rating. Well, there's very good ratings all over the place. 90 centre back, 91 left wing back, incredibly well rounded. And then you've got Cornelius, the incredibly pacey 93 overall left midfielder. Couple of 90 centre backs. 90 on the bench there. Why is he not playing right midfield? Has he got 5-star, 5-star? Of course he has. Of course he has. Maybe he likes Fofana a bit more. I don't know. It's an interesting call by the manager. Hell of a lot of players down here, including 87. I've just seen a Billiat, which is really funny. Fang, nice. Just also looking to see if there's any really funny names. There occasionally could be a very funny name. This guy looks like he's been edited. What year are we in? Surely, yeah, 2027. So all these should be regens. I'm not too sure. I think, right, okay. My guess is that certain players' names have been changed. So that's alright. Serge Junior Banana. Interesting name. It's gotta be said. Kingsley Amu. Gene Bell is pretty good. Fair play. I knew that there'd be something decent in the knowledge Billiat. I rate it. I rate it. And there's Monty and Papa. Another Billiat. Admiral Billiat. Are you joking me? Wait, so there's Knowledge Billiat and Admiral Billiat. I mean, that's Willie Jr. Surely not. Surely there wasn't a player called Willie Jr. Right. So my first impression, I like the formation. I would give this guy a go at right mid, but then again, of course, he's on the subs bench, so he probably does drop in there occasionally. What else? We're saying 83 for the right back. That right back must be pretty decent if he's 83 and getting into that team. Might actually go and take this for a test drive. Maybe? Sabre. Someone called Sabre as a striker. Cutting through them defences, I'm sure, at will. Zhu and Ozoko. That's a great name, isn't it? Alright, let's just give this a go. And see what it's like. Just notice that we are at the end of a season, which is not particularly where we want to be. But 2027, it's not. We've not got international breaks. The PC usually processes quite quickly, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. Football is back! The start of every new season, the sun is shining on our hopes and dreams, the past behind us. We're focused now on what might be and what's going to be. Get a room. Honestly, it's just a new season of the footballing, I don't know, environment, ecosystem. It's not that deep. It really is not that deep. Throw ourselves in the Asian Elite Cup. Was that change? Player development changes. So for me on YSL, obviously I take right midfielders and change them into strikers or right wingers. This guy is doing very much the opposite, taking right wingers and bringing them back a little bit. We have Barcelona and Real Madrid in this group. Take your pick. We will go and play a game against Real Madrid for the Bants. Not fully. I just want to have a little feel for the team. And of course, the person who actually has this save doesn't need to take any of my advice whatsoever. I like the offset strikers. I think the offset strikers in FIFA just work wonders. One playing just behind the other. 5-minute halves. Interesting. On professional difficulty. I didn't know that each save had a set difficulty. I thought that your game settings dictated the difficulty, but I'm just gonna have to change that. Hopefully the sliders are still there. Yeah, the sliders don't change. Cool. Ultimate. And let's crack on. I would love for the person who has this save to explain to me why they've chosen Hull. That'd be nice. We'll flip-flap. Okay. So how tall are the strikers? That's a good question. I need to change the football as well. The football's still set to the yellow ball because the last YSL game was a snowy one. How tall are them strikers? I'm seeing number 20 is massive. Okay. That right back looks speedy already. Azoko is on the smaller side, though. Okay, and 20 looks like the other striker. He's sitting a bit deeper. That's a poor pass. Cornelius, he's sitting quite far up, actually. Say that he is a right midfielder. They're all standing really far up, apart from that centre forward. That centre forward has dropped a little bit further out. Try and get this number 6. The number 6 finally blocked it, but it took an absolute age for us to select. Oh, no. Ars, I mean, he's obviously not called Ars, but Ars looks small. You're joking me, he's not 6'2". He is not 6... Is he 6'2"? Then what on earth is this number 6? Is he 6'2"? Reese is 6'6". I don't believe that for a second. That is mad. I like some of the customization. Love it. Using up the PC to the best of its capabilities. So Zhu, I mean, similar to what Mikel Okonkwo would do, just dropping into the hole. But I want to see something here. I could probably make a drastic change, a big improvement already. So you got your 5'7" striker here, 96 pace. Okay, I get it now, seeing that. Because Yu is currently at 88 pace. He's 6'6", mate. He's 6'6". He's a bit wild. I'm gonna have a look at his crossing. Crossing's at 77. But your Fofana's only 79 crossing. Dribbling's good. You know what I would do personally? I know this could be like blasphemous stuff. to the person who's actually watching this. Of course, you've got that left mid on the bench as well. But I think... Okay, here's my suggestion. Get rid of the goalkeeper. And that save is fixed. Oh my goodness. That was funny. Right, jump to result. I think we've seen enough. A good team. All in all, good team. Looks reasonably solid. Very well-rounded to say that some of the saves are marred by either one with ridiculous potential or dynamic potential in play. This looks really well-rounded, so you've done a good job there. Let's go and take a look. I like the formation as well. Don't change the formation. Formation looks decent. Didn't look at the tactics that much, but you look like you have the two wingers really pushed up high. We're going to number 5 in the list. This is Saw. What have we got here then? Oh, Saarbrücken. Curtis Mitchell, 99. Everybody got that live editor on for 99 overall. 99 manager rating. I see it. Don't get yourself sacked. I think I might have to put it on with Harrogate very soon. And this is obviously a much more recent save. 2026 currently in this save. And what the highest overall is the Cam at 77. So this could be a very similar situation to what we've seen with Wimbledon as our best player. Not overall wise, but our best player was that Cam position. Playing the 3-back. Ooh. So those wingers have to do a hell of a lot. What's the work rates on those wingers? Probably should have a look at the team. And that has just changed. I mean, that's whatever that was. I do not like the look of that formation. Let's put it that way. Where's the midfield? Okay, all right. Bin that. Bin it. Don't do that. Just... It looks like something that you would, like, try and invent if offsides wasn't a thing in pro clubs. Yeah, I totally like the 5-3-2, the 3-5-2 better. Okay, just stick to that, my friend. Work rates, high. You've got the work rate spot on with that. Nice, I like it. And probably you've been using this formation because it is the one that it defaulted to. Okay, it's looking... Oh, we've got a left midfielder up front. With high. But then again, maybe he was a left midfielder in this formation. Of course, he'd need high work rates. But now he's up front. You can't technically take them off, but I would maybe suggest going into the live editor and maybe taking some of that defensive work rate off. We've got... This might be a full youth academy team. I'm feeling because of the lack of strikers. Youth academy doesn't like to cough up that many strikers. So I'm gonna treat it like you've literally just been promoting them from the youth academy and not purchasing regens. Sorry, if you have been purchasing regens, then I don't know, go a bit more. What would the word be? Eccentric on what kind of recommendations I'm going to bring to you. So, physically strong. Search physically strong in the scouting. If you are using the scouting still, physically strong, see if you can find a striker. If you can't, regens? Just try and get a regen, mate. Might do you the world good. Yeah, it's looking very likely because the pace is just not there as well. That's Suayati. Looking like the... From the Comoros. Nice. Looking like the most pacey there at 84. Right then. I don't think I've played the 3-5-2 in this this year's FIFA, but I'm going to guess that it's not actually that bad. I kind of like the look of this team. I think the bases are there for having not just something decent, but something that you can talk about. Something unique. The best career modes are always unique. Let's change that ball before I forget. Back to the default. Right. And crack on. It's Saarbrücken against Union Berlin. Union! Whilst this is loading. Perfect time to have another little sip. Okay. We have, well, the old Crew Alexandra Stadium. It's like Town Park. Did it just show the Amazon logo at the bottom? Man, I tell you what, the Bundesliga television package is definitely a little bit more sophisticated than what we've seen of the Premier League. Nice, nice spacing by the players. Yeah, as expected, everybody is spaced out correctly. This is nice. Is this on possession? Potentially, everybody seems to be opening up for me. Just balance, straight up balance. Balance might be just the way to go. Maybe because it doesn't allow the AI to act a bit strangely, to be honest. This is really good. Car, I like the name. Car. There was one with a... Oh, look at that. Oh! Okay, no. Your save is decent, my friend. These are some good little players. He's awesome. I love that. What is the television package on this? He puts the Premier League to absolute disgrace. Umar Kar. Is that the guy who was the winger as well? Yeah, I can see why he's a striker. I can see it. There's a dude just called Win. I mean, that's dubs all around. Cool. Maybe, are these guys high as well? Maybe you could try this, possibly a suggestion if you want to play a little bit narrower. Tuck Walker Malkin in and play these two cams, because the two... Oh, you've got three cams, my apologies. But he's got high medium. I believe the other two are... No, that's high medium as well. Okay, up the defensive work rate on these two. And you've got some great options on the wing. What? Crossing... Not too bad for like 70 overall players. They could change to wingers, no problem. What an interesting little team. I mean, that was one hell of a start from it. But the success of this save relies heavily on them wingers. They have to be defensive. I'm stunned at this television package. I can't believe it. What? The Premier League one is so bad in comparison. Nice tackle. Is that from the winger? Just getting in there. Lovely stuff. Okay, this is going to take a lot of topping, to be honest, because this is feeling really smooth. Yeah. Almost getting every single pass right. Nearly opening it up for... What's his name? Walker. Is that one of the wingers? See, that's the problem. If one of the wingers goes up, who on earth covers that position? Is it one of the sided centre-backs? It'd be the left-sided centre-back. Does he drift out wide? I'm good. I'm happy. This is a decent team. You've heard some of my suggestions. I'm fine to leave it with that. That's really nice. You should be very proud of that team. That's looking good. The balance is there. You always need, you always need a player that kind of like drifts into space and that. First save, some of the players like seem decent, but the two wingers were pushed up so much. It felt like Wimbledon, for instance. They were pushed up so much that you just trying balls up in behind all the time. You'd have to, instead of like looking for something short. All right. Saw's done, and then we got Port Vale YT. This is definitely the one submitted by Loza. Round 3 of the EFL Cup to come against Liverpool. That's one hell of a draw. Going for the 4-2-4, YSL finest. You know my feelings on the 4-2-4. I don't even need to say anything. We've got someone called name. I need to have a look. Not gonna lie. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure 85? What league are we in? Premier League. Kind of makes sense. Flying up the leagues then. You're 2025 with Port Vale in the Premier League. With that team. Doing very well. Doing very well. That's 65 right back. It must be an absolute gem. I want to have a look at name. Name up front. Loza's doing this on YouTube. Potentially. I'm sorry, mate. I haven't checked anybody's series this year. I've not really been fond of watching FIFA content. I've loved making my own FIFA content. But this is Czech name. Czech Name. Senegalese 22-year-old forward. I think so you got a few like aging players here. If they have got decent potential, or you are looking to give them decent potential, yeah, definitely loan out more of them. Loaning out is just so overpowered. I can't believe it. There's another 80 there, Thomas Barak. He's a right, okay, so there's a right back there. Oh, I get it. That was 2. He's made a second team. There's a 94 in it. Whoa, we need to see this 94. Hang about. Let's sort this by overall. For a second, I was thinking, this is all over the place, this. How on earth has he got to the Premier League? But wow, okay, Thomas Nicholas. He's got the 99 acceleration. He's got the 99 ball control. Yeah, if that guy's not an absolute monster, I don't really know what FIFA's playing at, to be honest. We've got 87, 85, 82, a couple of 80s, then on to the top 70s. Cool. Let's give it a game. Hopefully the top players are fit enough to play against Port Vale against Liverpool. Carabao Cup. Early in the Carabao Cup. I'll play with them. Look, it just for 20 or so minutes, so really a little bit of the top stamina missing ain't gonna do much difference. Ultimate 4-minute halves. Does it very quick. Okay. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a shot. I'm expecting the 4-2-4 to be magnificent. I can't see why it wouldn't be. Nice little standing tackle. In the showers. They used to change the ball's dynamics, physics on the pitch, but I don't think rain affects it that much now. Skids a little bit, but not much to really notice. I really changed the style of approach. Yeah, finally changed. There we go. A little bit of space. See, like that, you might notice the comparison in between the two really attacking winger saves. Forget the Saarbrücken save. We're where the wingers were defensive. This one is offering a little bit more space for the wingers. It's not pushing up that much, even though their starting positions are further forward. I'm going to guess, without looking at the tactics of the first save, that they might have had it on... Nice goal by Liverpool, to be fair. They might have had it on either... Oh, what are the two options? Push forward and, like, I don't know. I think it's long. There's long ball and also fast build-up. There you go. So I think it was either one of them two.
Goal for Liverpool.
Works very well if you've got absolutely rapid players. Callum O'Flaherty was a fine example, but then it also detrimented Melville because he wasn't as rapid. So anybody who was working off that left-hand side never got as much recognition or as much of the ball because they didn't offer that same separation over the top. Oof, look at me talk tactics. Dwale. Okay, the pass was poor, but what I liked there, good attacking awareness by this striker. He's trying to keep himself onside as much as possible. The pass was delayed because he just drifted. But I like that. Some players with less intelligence would have just darted in, been 5 yards offside. I want to see more of this, because we've not had the best of starts. 31 drifted a little bit. Oh. I mean, by the way, Liverpool? Okay, alright. We don't often see this with Harrogate Town. Looks slightly offside. I think this number 14, the Port Vale number 14, just played him onside. No, fair play. It's a presumably very early Premier League team. They might have got promoted last season. Yeah, I'm gonna gather that they have. Judging by my weaknesses, conceding very quickly, you can definitely do better in defence. You've seen the examples within my own YSL series. Very stingy. And if I'm leaking goals left, right and centre, that's a nice tackle. If I'm leaking goals left, right and centre through one of these saves, there's something possibly wrong with the defence. So we've seen Radu Flock or Louis Price. They don't really like to concede that much. Unless I, like, take off the gas at the end. I want to see a bit more. Hey! Great read. Whoever that was. Gillen with a solid enough read. Brannan looks like he's alright. Got a little bit of a frame skip there. Yeah. Hey! One for the old cameras. Bit of speed off the outside. Chipped it in. Back to goal. Protecting it a little bit from the goalkeeper. Also, sets it up for the spectacular bicycle kick from 3 yards. Very easy goal to score that one. Alisson could have done a little bit more. I think I'm happy now that we've scored. We'll jump to the result. Didn't see much of that midfield looked... I mean, to be fair, some of the job of the midfield is to kind of not be there, you know, or not be bad enough to be noticed. Defence probably needs shoring up. That might be through a new signing or a little bit more development. I'm surprised that Brannan kid is the lowest rated. The Brannan guy looked a little bit more positive than the other three. But then again, the wingers do look... The wing backs look positive. Yeah, so I would say shore up the defense a little bit more. Obviously, the midfield disappeared a little bit, but not that bad. 75 overall. They just need time, I'm guessing. And the attack, the one really big attack that we'd seen with Port Vale, we scored from. So I'd take that. I'd take that. Defense probably the issue there, if there is any, of course. Let's exit from there. And your final one, submitted by Vetya. I've actually played against this team. It is an impeccable side. There you go, Newport County with Ben here. And, well, let's just say he's been chasing the great names. We got a couple of penises. We've got a brick. There is a brick in the back. Yeah. But some excellent players out there. Let's try and sort by overall. I remember that he had a 90-odd overall that he sold because of, I don't know, a shot style. Pro Bear is a kind of small centre-back. Not my cup of tea, but 87 and absolutely rapid. If I was to, like, play a smaller centre-back, I'd probably have him as, like, a sweeper role. Billy Jackson, 87 overall midfielder. And I believe, from Vetya's words, Mendy is the best centre-back, potentially. A little bit taller. Looks a little bit taller. This guy is a nightmare to deal with. 91 physical. Look at that. All of the stats are green. His defending is green. I don't know what Hocus Pocus has been doing in the live editor, but that is a god amongst men. Got the power header trait and the flare trait. Jeez. I mean, I look forward to playing with that. And you got Boy Penis. I tell you, he has been chasing the names. Sander Penis. He's got a Pele in here. Pele. He's even got a Pendry. I can't believe you. That is disgraceful behaviour. Okay, this has the potential. Look at that. You got the 3-4-3 wave and then the experiment with Brick in there. Brick's apparently not too bad. We'll have to be sorting out the side a little bit. Oh, Brick's in that team as well. The default. Cup game coming up in 4 days' time. Yeah, whatever. Lord of Mail. I can't be bothered with it. People saying, delete your inbox, delete your inbox. That takes time. Okay, everybody's kind of fit. Kind of. Game settings. Up to ultimate. We got 4-minute halves here as well. Check. We want to see this. So it's a narrow 4 at the top. It's considered a 4-1. This is also why I need to take a break from YSL. If I keep on talking and talking, my voice occasionally just gives in. So it's a 4-1-1-2-2 formation, but really it is a 4-1-1-4 with Deman and Florenas so far up, pushed up, almost acting like wide forwards, if you will. Team management. I know Vetya does like to mess about with his tactics. So you got pressure on heavy touch, and then fast build up. See, this is what I'm talking about. I think this team could do fast build up because that is just ridiculous. Where's he got the defending from? There you are. There you are. Okay. Newport County, Chelsea. Yeah, ultimate 4 minutes. Brick's probably going to be bad at centre-back if we do concede. But that's fine. He's only 67. I've seen the good sides. He is big. Don't get me wrong. That's something that Probert will never have, unfortunately. I think in this formation, Probert is playing like a CDM. That's probably more suited. Or, because of that pace, wing back. Wing back. Sort out his attacking work rate a little bit. Offensively, not bad. I mean, I've seen worse wing backs. Gives the man with the helmet. This one has been a very customized YSL, built with a lot of love and affection. Not saying the other ones haven't been. I know for a fact, first person, that this guy has taken time. Okay, alright, I might have crunched someone. He has got that crunching factor. Characters right there with Brick. Very organised. Very resolute. Wingback's not going all the way up the field just yet. Quick feet, not good enough. Haha. It's a clearance. Oh, and a very nice interception. That's the qualities of Probert right there, and Floranus could throw something into the box. And take the corner kick, shall we? I really want to see this striker, honestly. It's apparent centre mid that's playing up front. Yo! Trying the header over the bar. Cool, cool, cool. Look at that! He just closes. He's just basically takes one step and closes the player down immediately. Do them wingers, them central attacking midfielders, offer any kind of width? Although I know that Vetty doesn't really like to play with that much width. I mean, what on earth? Probert's having to cover for right back there. Good awareness though. Look at that. Nice. Nice angles. Slide tackle. Good save. Slide tackle should have actually latched on there, but it's a great save by the keeper. This is more defensively solid than the Port Vale one for sure. So your defense is no problem. And this is definitely not a fix. I'm not fixing this save. This is more trying to put my little improvement, maybe touches of improvement here and there. Okay, here's an idea. I know you don't like width, but what I suggest to give even more options, because these are so narrow with each other. They're like in a line. Maybe not that much, but just angle them out differently. They're still in the middle of the park. They're still central. But it might just open up more passing lanes. Maybe drop Floranus. Nah, he's a striker. Left-footed. So like inverted wingers. Ah. Right-footed. Yeah, he likes players cutting inside. Okay. So that wouldn't work, but we could play it the other way. How about that? Play it the other way. And actually, with that kind of angle of attack as well, it should, yeah, again, just drop one behind the other. Lovely. It looks weird, but it will definitely work. With that angle of attack, you are concentrating more on getting this man goals. Does look like the number 2. look like the number 2. Okay, let's defend this. See if we can break away. It has got fast build-up on. Jackson will have space out wide. With fast build-up, we might be able to switch that play. It'd be one of the best passes if I could get it. Almost reached it. Well, thank you very much for just passing me the ball back. Go back to the wing back. I've noticed that FIFA's been like stuttering a little bit recently. Performance of the game has dropped, or maybe my PC is a bit cluttered. That also could be an option. With the amount of footage that I'm uploading constantly to the extra channel, it always could be a way. He is a decent defender, him. I totally agree. Seems to be in the right place at the right time. And I mean, if it wasn't for a really dodgy slide tackle, he would have stopped the massive opportunity that Chelsea had earlier in the game. I want to see more of the midfield. See if like the midfield can open up for one another. It's just creating angles, right? I mean, where's that speed? Where's that number 11? Should have played the other guy in. Nice intricacy. So, that was Penis, who we just dropped a little bit further back, but because of the fast build-up, he was absolutely delighted to get forward. He didn't think twice about it. There you go. Opening up a little bit more. I would definitely change the holding midfielder and the centre mid, just to give them more angle. It's mine. Great interception. Was going to set it up for that really blonde midfielder. Yeah, I think that is solid. It looks a bit awkward because it's definitely not something that I would play. Something that I would probably play, you know, Crew Alexandra, that, what, FIFA 17? Depending on the players. The players are not matching the system, I don't think. But then again, you'll know more about them than myself. And he plays well with them online, so that's another thing. Just play well with them. You got it set to world class as well, which shouldn't be an issue. Of course, I've ramped that up. Players don't really experience this or haven't been tested at this. Yeah, good goal. Okay, Brick's not the best, but then you're not expecting him to be the best at 67 overall. That's fine. Progression, live editor, that can sort that out. This is getting closer and closer to the YSL formation as we go. Oh, something you know what it is? It's like something similar to what we ran for Wimbledon. Wingbacks look a bit lost. It's just a narrow formation, isn't it? Tactics. Your width is there. Presumably it's the same for... exactly the same for the attack. See, if Probert can just get in here. If I can actually select him, would be nice. No, the workings here. My brain is functioning. And you got the 90 pace. Crossing's only 63 on demand. So we've been trying to play this Pele as the forward. But his crossing is 73. He's a left-footed player. So he play over there, presumably. But he's got 5-star weak foot. Little bit slower. Okay, yeah. Might be the fact that he's a little bit slower, that he's not in this team at all. He's not even considered for it. Another left-footed player there. Gonna try it off that side. Let's just see. I want to see a bit more of this team. I didn't think it was going to be this tricky. Like, the others were pretty straightforward. This one is a bit more of a conundrum. It's taking a long time for them players to get back into the wide positions. And if you haven't got them wide positions opening up, then you're basically asking to play really killer balls inside all the time. Jackson. Floranus looks a bit more energetic, has to be said. There we go. This is a bit more like it. Lima's got in there. That was a bit more like it. Gets a good interception. Chelsea probably playing a little bit defensive as well. You've got a great one in Mendy. I've just noticed, I think the manager's got really bright red shoes on. Interesting look. Of course, I've dropped Mendy, and I didn't mean to actually do that. I keep them in line. Is the width supposed to be with the wing-backs? What are the roles of the wing-backs? Instructions. Just balanced. Reece, okay, Reece. He's got to join the attack on an overlap, but Dos Santos doesn't. That's probably the reason why this side feels a little bit better, or a little bit more together going forward, because they potentially have that extra player outside, whereas Lima's not particularly one to go for it. Hence why I've dragged Pele a little bit wider. So what if we said join the attack on the overlap, exactly like your other wing back? I pressed default, haven't I? What an absolute mug. I always press square to change the position of the players, and it just hits default. It just resets all players to default, because for some reason EA think that that's a smart idea to do. Like, set the exact same button to change positions of the players, to reset all their player instructions to default. They think that's acceptable, to have the exact same button do both things. Okay, anyway, that's what I think it would do. Now that I've reset all the player instructions, the players are going to play either worse or better. I don't know. We'll give it a go. I think that it was slightly lopsided because of that particular instruction on the right, but not on the left. Would also make sense, because most of my successful attacks against you, Vetio, came off the left of my attack, which would be attacking your right, which would be further up. Whereas your left back, staying back, would be a bit more secure. But obviously not offer the exact same things going forward. So, I know that some people like to play odd formations here. Can't exactly remember the name that they give them on Football Manager. Non-symmetrical. Asymmetrical. There you go. I thought it was something like that. So I know that like asymmetrical formations are very popular, especially in Football Manager, where they do a job some stages. FIFA, I like asymmetrical strikers, but I think defense, I don't think they've got it right. I think you're better off if one wing back's doing a particular thing, the other wing back should do the particular thing. You saw the start of the Harrogate Town series. I'm hardly playing here. Probably should pause it. You saw the start of the Harrogate Town series, where we tried to play a sweeper in defence, didn't we? And then the other centre-back would do something else. That was just horrible. It was horrific. It was the worst defensive display I've ever seen. And I've seen Wimbledon, for goodness sake. Like, you thought that was bad? The start of Harrogate was like something different. I'm saying that we have got some asymmetrical situation going in midfield, but I have explained that is for like passing lanes. The room for error on the angle, the passing direction, it's similar between that and that. The window. There you go. The window of your passing, yeah? It's similar between that and that. But if you, like, drag one to the left and drag one to the right, the window becomes a lot wider. So even if you pass it kind of wrong, it could still land to one of your midfield players. Because there's a little bit more... They're straight up just a little bit more spread apart. There you go. So I would definitely do that. That's my recommendation, straight up. And then, like, experiment... excuse me. Experiment with the wingers a little bit. Because I think they could definitely do a bit more for you. And they might have even been, like, crowding out the strikers a little bit. In my play. I've seen how good this player is. I've seen how good Bruyne is. Alright? You've got to give him as much opening as possible. And if Floranus is up his backside, shouldn't really swear. If Floranus is up his backside, that drags another AI player with him. And that means another chance for the ball to be intercepted before it lands at your main guy's feet. So, do you drop Pele and Floranus down to the level of Jackson? Do you put them wider? And if you put them further back, these guys, your wing backs that are hardly doing anything, you are a very narrow team, and I think you'll agree with that. Your wing backs might actually like have some use, getting around. And potentially further up than Floranus and Pele. If, of course, you put them the same level as Jackson down there. And maybe they can run along. Food for thought. It's a decent team. Like I said, seen it. I know that it's decent. It's got bags of potential. But I would throw one of the centre mids there, one of the centre mids there, when I can. It is a bit fiddly, this. There we go. So you've got just way more angle, way more option. Like if Jackson goes and you've got the ball with Floranus, no one's showing up here. Probert will be there for the pass anyway. But if they're flooding you on the left-hand side of defense, Probert will be there. Pele will be there, not pushing up. Yeah. And that just seems more reasonable. You put less players forward to actually get more out of them. It's a head scratcher. Very interesting team. But a head scratcher. The one that I'm really impressed about, just as a little conclusion, I need to get off soon because you've heard my voice. You've heard how bad it is. I can't lie. It's been a bit of torture doing Youth Squad Legends like that all the time. But it is my job. And I need to find a solution on how to, like, just take care of my voice a little bit more. Low career. The one that I'm really impressed by is the Saarbrücken team. It immediately had everything. That, right there, okay, this is about as good as, like, credit goes, positive feedback goes. That, I would immediately think is a YSL team because it was so fine-tuned into how I would like to play the game. So, for me, I couldn't at all really give you that much negativity or suggestions to improve it, because for me, that would be absolutely how I would go about it. It looks like everybody in that team knows exactly what they're doing. Fair play, the opponents were a lot less overall than the other teams that we played against. But then again, this Saarbrücken team looks like lesser quality, but it hasn't turned out that way at all. Fair play, whoever this guy is, presumably Curtis Mitchell, don't know. Fair play, yeah, I like that a lot. That is it. We've done about an hour. I'm sure it's great content for the most part. I do apologise if I've been stuttering or incorrectly speaking sometimes, maybe saying the wrong word and that. I was trying to find, like, asymmetrical for a little bit, but we eventually got there. It's a different kind of video, isn't it? It's a nice change, and that was really interesting. Very interesting to see how people do it. Of course, it's about the particulars game play style. So something that I like, for instance, might not actually suit Vetja's team, Loz's team, what was it, the Hull City team that we've seen. But it is food for thought. It is a different opinion, and it's definitely worth giving it a go. I have played a lot of these saves, and for the most part, if you ignore Wimbledon's defense, I have kind of made teams tick. So, yeah, there you go. That was me fixing or suggesting things to do in your YSL save. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this different video. And it's going to help me a little bit to recover the voice, because I've only been recording for an hour instead of the usual 2 hours that we do for YSL. So I'm going to take this time to chill, to not talk that much, to stick a couple of ice pops down my mouth, I think. Not in a sexual way. Don't think about it like that. Stop it. And just relax it a little bit. Right, sound. Thank you ever so much. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.